All right, so we're just giving people a chance to come on. I am here today um, with Fitzgerald Melville, and we're gonna be having a very exciting interview coming up. So we're just gonna give folks a couple minutes, or not a couple, but a few seconds to come on as we start today. Yeah, yeah. Um, mhm, yeah. All right, it's great to have you with us this morning. Um, really awesome. Um, yeah, fantastic. So welcome to the daily briefing. I am Joseph Abraham. It's my joy to be with you today. This is always a very special time for us to be together, and I am just very happy that we could have this forum, that we can be in this space right now, connecting. That's what this is all about, my intention is to serve you and your family with this daily broadcast, and we're on Monday to Friday, as you saw earlier on, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want you to stay connected. Social distancing is a word that's being used out there. I prefer to use the term physical distancing. I think it's great that we get physical distance as opposed to social distance, and we can stay connected. I want us to be connected all the way through to the very end. I don't want us to disconnect from one another during this time. So it's great to have you with us today. I also want to keep you up to date on what's happening, all things Freedom Church and all things Freedom House. As you know, we are in the process of transitioning. We've been planning for 7 years, and now we are executing that blueprint. We are executing it. Freedom House taking on its own purpose to serve on the national and international scale, and then Freedom Church being able to launch. We are in the pre-launch phase of Freedom Church, and it's a very exciting phase to be in. I love it. I love the fact that we are in this phase. I really appreciate it, and my team. I think that we are so excited about what is happening today. Yeah. So in case you see sweat on my face, I was exercising. I cleaned up, but it seems like I'm still but that's okay. Yeah, this is just me coming to you from my living room, little makeshift space here, and just being able to connect with you in a very special way. So we want to keep you up to date. We want to, we're doing everything in our power to improve our online platform, and we've been making great strides. Many of my team, as a matter of fact, we don't have many full-time staff right now at Freedom House, and it's a volunteer team we're working with. Most of the people are volunteers, and they have other jobs. The people who are working with me today, they are at work, and they're giving generously of their time to help us build out this platform. If you have skills that you think can help us, you should step forward. I don't think you should stay hidden. I think you should step out of the shadows of this online platform and let yourself be known, and connect with Fitz or myself, and let's see, maybe you have ideas for us. Maybe you have a way that we can improve what we do. Love to hear from you. There are some people who are quite happy to sit down at home and criticize, but they don't want to provide solutions. So That's the difference between a negative person and a positive person. I can see objectively and I can find a solution and I can bring that solution to the table. That doesn't make me a negative person. But some people, all they see is the negative side of things. Their perspective is negative. I believe that we have a lot of people here connected to us who you really want to add value to what we're doing. And I believe that you would want to step forward and help. I'm also appealing to those that are possibly maybe 25 and under, that 25 and under group. I almost said 20 and under, but I didn't want to leave out that 20 to 25. But that 25 and under group, I just really want you to know that I look forward to your contribution very, very much, because you are a citizen of this platform. I'm an immigrant. I was born before the platform existed, and you're a citizen. So I respect what your knowledge, and I look forward to connecting with you as well. So listen, we want to keep you up to date. We want you to know that we're praying for you as well. This morning we had a powerful time of prayer. It's daily, and we're praying for you, your family. We're praying for your household. We're praying for our neighborhoods, our nation, the leadership of our nations. And I say nations because people are on this platform from around the world. So I can't just be speaking to Trinidad and Tobago audience anymore. This is nations. And so, my goal for us all is that we would thrive and not just survive. We would have the mindset of one who overcomes, and that we would position ourselves to make good use of this time of stay at home, the stay at home order that was issued by the government. We want to make good use of it. And you may be in a situation where you do not have to work because maybe your job site is not as such you can take your work home, but that's okay. There are ways that you could make this time count for you. So awesome. It's just really great for us to be together. Yesterday we were talking about working from home, and I'm really excited to be able to share with you some more this whole concept of working from home. I'm excited that we have with us today on this daily briefing a special conversation. I call it a conversation. I'm having a special conversation with Fitzgerald Melville. He is a company's owner. He has staff. He has a lot of responsibilities. He's a part of the leadership team of Freedom Church, and he has some experience that he can pass on to all of us as far as being able to work from home and being able to work remotely. And I really look forward to this conversation. So I think that now is a good time for us to bring him on stage, and let's put our hands together and welcome to the daily briefing, Mr. Fitzgerald Melville. Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Abraham.
Good morning. Good morning. My studio audience is clapping.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me on the Daily Brief. I look at it every day. I stay connected. It's wonderful to know what's happening with Freedom Church. Again, congratulations on all the strides that we're making. We love the platform. We love the new look.
Yes.
So it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. It's a joy for me to sit with you actually today, because yesterday we started talking about some things, and we started talking about working from home and what is that like. I mean, many people today are working from home, and we want to just continue. This is part 2 of this conversation, and I just want to say that I know for me, working from home I enjoy, um, but there's a part of me sometimes that wishes for an office environment where I go to that office and everything is accessible there. My
Yeah.
staff, my desk, everything is accessible.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not. So it's kind of like a trade-off for me. I see a trade-off. I could spend uh, maybe maybe 90 minutes in travel time on the road. I could spend money in gas. I could spend money in traffic. I could spend time, sorry, in traffic. I could be away from home where maybe I don't have the level of nutrition available to me on the road, because sometimes we don't have that available. Um, maybe you are hungry but you don't want to stop, and you don't like what you see on the road, or maybe you might think about stopping, but then the time it takes to go and get something, and then where do you eat it and how do you, so it's a trade-off, because when you work from home I can have my water in my glass, you know what I mean? I can have my
Yes.
coffee in my teacup. I can have what
Yes.
we like to eat, and so I cut out a lot of drive time, and I cut out
Yes.
a lot of the stress of the traffic. I cut out a lot of that, the use of the vehicle, um, and so it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off, really, and I have come to appreciate that trade-off, because one of the biggest things about work today is time. The whole value of time. How much is our time worth, and being able to regain time. They're all right now. I mean, people are creating apps. What is the apps about? We want to save people time.
Yes.
The Bible app, it saves you time. You just go hit. I could go right now and continue where I left off yesterday.
Yes.
Lots of these things are what we are doing today. So a lot of investments and innovation is about time savings, and I believe that being able to save time is really huge as far as working from home. The work from
Yes.
home environment, it's that time savings, and so we want to now that we have that, for me, as I'm saying, it's an adjustment and it's a trade-off. That's the first point I want to put on the table. It's an
Yes.
adjustment, but the trade-off is very, very important.
Yes.
No, I'm giving up something, but I'm getting something. I'm giving up
Yes.
my office, um, environment, and I'm working from
Yes.
home, but I'm getting something.
Yes.
Uh, it takes me, I think it's like, just so that you wouldn't think I'm exaggerating, it takes me about 10 steps to get from my bed, my bedroom, to my office. 10 steps, count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 30-second commute time,
Yeah. You
uh,
have a fast car.
I have a fast car, and it's not a Tesla. It's better than a Tesla. And you can hear from my voice, I like Tesla. I like Tesla. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's a fast car, and I get to work, and I'm ready to go. Yeah. So
Yes.
let's pick up from yesterday. I know we were laying out some principles about working from home yesterday, and I want us to continue to hammer. I'm gonna just put you on stage,
Right.
and to begin to share. Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I was laughing because when you talk about the commute to work, it's interesting. If I was commuting to work, what would I be eating? What would I be drinking? Sometimes I know we could get breakfast at home and then we head on the road.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you talk about having the tea. This morning I had a hot glass of water with lemon. Then I had some lemongrass tea with a little bit of honey, ginger. Then I had a nice glass of water. And you know what? If I was on the road, That wasn't happening.
You couldn't even get 2 doubles this morning.
Exactly. So I could just imagine the plight. I could imagine the pain for some people, you know. Because a lot of my work colleagues, we're getting to work and we stand, you know, before we get there, you can see everybody by the doubles man, you know, and that is a big hangout spot. So, hey guys, morning, you know, hey, how you doing? How the family? And everybody eating the doubles there, you know. So I know it's going to be quite an adjustment for all of us. Quite an adjustment.
Of course.
But I like that perspective you came with, Dr. Abraham, in that it's a trade-off. You know, if you only look at one side, it might seem a little bit overwhelming. But if you see the trade-off in it, you know, then there's some hope, there's some encouragement. You know, we can exercise some patience. We give into the change. Okay, you know, let me give into the change. There's some benefit here. There's something to look forward to. So, yeah, I find it an interesting phase for all of us. Yeah. And, incredible.
Benefits are endless, and but what it calls for, I think it calls for on the other hand, self-supervision. How do you supervise yourself, and how do you work yourself? I know that yesterday we talked about the importance of a workspace. You know, we were talking about how important having a great workspace is. You know, and I have my notes here from yesterday how important a great workspace is, and as a matter of fact, one of my projects during this time is to transform my office space. I've used it in a particular way before, and I'm actually converting it to something else, and I need your help with that actually. So we're gonna work on that. But the workspace, and I created, because I have my office, but I created a space downstairs, a mini desk. It's just it's no more than less than if I stretch out my hands, it's too long, and it's a mini desk, and it has my laptop, my keyboard, the mouse, lamp, and that's it. And I can work from here. And be very productive, and I could get a great view of outside. I can experience the fresh air. I don't have to be in air conditioning, you know, which I don't like to be all the time. So, so workspace is very important. The time of day as well. We talk about the benefit of working and using the time of days, because some people, as we learn in Live to Lead, some people are larks, some people are owls, and some people are something birds. Third birds. And we learn about that there's a time of day that you're most productive. And for me, it's mornings. I could be productive at night too, but I think in the morning, my creativity is at the highest peaking. I could change the world. In that moment, I am in that change my world, frame of mind. We spoke about the structure of the day, and structuring your day, and scheduling your day. You know, and I think it's all about starting with the most important things. But when I frame my day, I also frame things like, you know, what time I'm gonna have breakfast, what time I'm gonna have lunch, what time I'm gonna have dinner. And I'm fasting, you know, so I know that although I have it on the schedule, I may choose to take a break, although I'm not eating, you know. And sometimes a break for me, and we could talk about this, right? So schedule structure, we talked about communication, the importance of communication, and then we started talking about goals yesterday, and then you and I offset. We were talking about distractions, you know, how to deal with distractions. So let's jump in and let's continue today. I know that you know, how do you handle it, the whole area, because in structure and schedule, one of the things that inform that area is goals. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Well,
that at the moment.
Sure. Well, all of us, I guess, would have either mentally or written down a list of projects that we may have developed over time, things that are important to us.
Yes.
And these might help inform our goals. So I have projects that are in line with my goals. I might have a goal to lose 20 pounds, right? And to be fit physically, the exercise would be now my project.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the goal and I have the project that goes along with the goal.
Yes.
And those projects now come into my daily schedule. So
right.
I have my goal and I know there's something I need to be doing. So those activities now form part of my daily schedule, but they're all part of achieving this goal.
Right.
So I have a next project or a goal, like to develop the business, our business.
Yeah.
So as part of that goal, I have projects now, a training project where I'm supposed to be training myself in the area.
You are the student.
I'm the student.
You're a trainer, but you're not training someone else. You're training yourself.
I'm training myself.
Yes.
Reading goals. So I might want to develop my knowledge in a particular area. So I have books. I have a lot of books at home, but I have some that I will be reading now because it's in line with the goal that I want to achieve.
Yes.
So those projects and goals going together. I can have projects like it could be a simple project like organizing my office.
Right.
And that was a project that I was working on, still working on it.
Right.
But I've gotten a long way where my office was like a storage room because I didn't really spend much time there.
Guilty as charged. Yeah.
So now I want to develop this office space to be able to be productive. And as you said something just now, avoid the distractions. Sometimes just having a office space that's conducive and nurturing. I'm going to use that word that you used yesterday, nurturing.
Yeah.
Sometimes stops the distractions.
Right.
So having goals. I mean, if we're living and we're growing and we want to develop ourselves,
right.
I know everybody would have some kind of goal that maybe we never pursued because we were so busy, or distracted. And now might be a good time to take up some of those projects. Maybe all the projects we started that we didn't finish. Yeah. And say, what, I'm gonna finish this project. I'm gonna get into. Let me list the projects that I started that I need to finish.
Right.
And keep it before me, and use this time. This is the trade-off here, I guess.
Yeah.
Using the time to complete this project.
Yeah.
Complete this project. I think it's a great opportunity for us also to develop ourselves, hone our skills. If I was a hairdresser, I could be focusing on developing things like a budget, a plan for my hairdressing studio or salon. But so many projects, so many projects. Sometimes we have things that are affecting us because we never completed it.
Yes.
Like you mentioned yesterday, and I was taking notes because I love tools. And you talk about lighting.
Yeah.
And something as simple as lighting could really affect us.
Right.
Light bulbs that are not working, the wrong type of light, hot light. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we live in the Caribbean. It's normally warm and nice and breezy.
Yeah.
And we want to enjoy the breeze. But if the light is hot,
of course,
that's uncomfortable. So it might be deal with the lighting in our home.
Yeah.
So I mean, there could be so many projects, but I think projects might be one if I want to give it a category.
Yeah.
Uh, Working on projects, working on goals projects, going together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would wanted to ask, what for the average person at home,
Yes.
wanting to set goals, what would be like the most important, you think, just across the board, and as a goal today? What do you think would be some of the, maybe the top three? Um, yeah.
Yes. Well, for me, number one is my relationship with God.
Yeah. Mm,
God is first.
awesome.
Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and everything else will be added. So
That's
that's
great.
number one.
Number one. Awesome.
Number number two would be me.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and it's not about being selfish. It's just I need to take care of me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm functioning. If I want to contribute, if I want to be of any use to anybody or anything, I
Right.
need to take care of me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there are people who are students. Maybe they don't have all their classes online. The people who are retired.
Yeah.
For them, if they're retired and they're really not involved in some special part-time work or volunteer work, for them, the stay-at-home order just simply means you restrict your movement, but it's just another
Yes.
tool. Then there are people who are working at home or at home, but they don't have they can't bring their work home. So for like some,
Right.
if you were a cashier, you can't bring your customers home, and you can't bring your cash register at home. If you're working in a store on the floor and you were attending to customers, then staying at home is really a suspension of your work, really. Maybe you're not
Yes.
suspended, but your work is suspended if you're in retail. Many things that we do, whatever we're doing, it kind of has that impact on us. So
Yes.
many people, I think that the priority of God first is a huge ground rule for us. And then secondly,
Yes.
taking care of yourself. I think that for
Yes.
me, if I could speak into that for a moment, I really am enjoying this conversation. I think and this even hit me as a wave again yesterday. When you put God first, He helps you order your
Yes.
priority. He,
Yes.
he helps you value your life, like taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
When you don't put Him first, you find that it's so easy to be drawn in a million different ways. And
Yes.
remember, I'm now having this year. It's gonna be my 40th anniversary of coming to know the Lord Jesus Christ. So I have 40 years, soon 40 years, 39 plus years under my belt of seeing this at work in my life, and how
Yes.
God pulled those distractions and how He exposed the distractions and how He helps me to focus. It's just really incredible. It's really, really, really incredible to see how. So you put God first, and all of a sudden, it's like you get your head right.
Yes.
Put God
Yes.
first, you get your heart right. You put God
Yes.
first, you get your priorities right. But if you try
Yes.
to get your priorities right, but God's not first, it doesn't work. If you try to get your head right, but God's not in the picture, He's not in the equation, then you're not gonna. It's not gonna work. If you try to get your heart right and God's not in the equation, you're just really trying with self effort. And I
Yes.
want you to know that we were made. We were made to. I want my audience to know that we were made to have um, a relationship with God. We were made to live in relationship with God. We were never made to live without a relationship with God. It's like the sun was made to be in its orbit or be in its space. The sun, the moon, the stars, they were made to be in that environment. Space, let's call it space. That's for a novice like me, I call it space. The fish was made to permanently be a part of the sea. The stars were permanently a part of the sky. and man was made to be permanently connected to God, and that's where we get the destruction and the dysfunction and all the calamity that we see that's man-made. It comes because we have lost touch with our Creator, and
Yes.
sometimes people just feel they're too bright and they feel like they live without God. But you too bright. You just plain too bright, And yeah, yeah. And as the saying goes, this is a saying I like. You're playing smart with stupidness. Yeah, some people are just plain smart with stupidness. Because
Yeah.
I have. Let me tell you something. Why we need God is that God's the power source to drive this machinery. I was telling you about
Yes.
Tesla. The last time I was driving from Orlando to Jacksonville, and it was a nice drive. And a Tesla pulled up alongside me on the freeway. We're driving, and I said, baby, did you see that? Talking to my wife. I said, isn't she beautiful? And I was just admiring this Tesla, and but as beautiful as it is, a car and its new technology, it can't work without a power source. And as
That's right.
beautiful as our friends could be on this chat here and this conversation, I don't care how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are, what great ideas you have. When you talk to people, we don't have a shortage of ideas on planet Earth. We don't have a shortage of information. We don't have a shortage of knowledge. There's so many. But
Mm.
what we do have is people. We don't have a shortage of God, but we have a shortage of people connecting with God. And when you plug into God, all of a sudden the lights come on, like at
Yes.
Christmas time. Kids love it, huh? You're putting up the tree,
Yes.
and they love it when you plug in, and it's like, wow.
Yes.
We all love
Very
it
true.
um,
Yeah.
when we have that plugging in the lights or turning on the lights moment, and
Yes.
lights come
Yeah.
on. I've done construction, and I know when we get our electrical connection, we put on the lights. It's like, yes, we got lights, and it
Yes.
has a sense of empowerment. And I think
Yes.
that when we talk about working from home, this is great for us to know that you plug into God, and He's going to help
Yes.
you with your priorities. He's going to help you with
Yes.
your goals. He's going to help you being centered. He's going to help you with your wellness. He's going to help you with your well-being. He's going to help you in your weaknesses. He's going to be a source of encouragement. He's going to be a
Yes.
source of strength. He's going to quicken you.
Yes.
Thoughts, what you call thoughts, sometimes it's just the quickening of the Lord. God
Yes.
bringing them back. Sometimes God will tell you take off the TV. Sometimes God will tell you take a break. Sometimes he
Yes.
just drop that still small voice. That's what I mean in your heart. Time to take a break. It's time to go check on the children. Time to, sometimes it happens like that. But
Yes.
you know that you're being guided by the mighty hand of God through the course of your
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very true. Very true. He's into the details of our life,
That's correct.
and every day,
Yeah.
if we really think about it, as you correctly said, you could actually sense that direction. It's like somebody is there with you, and we know that somebody is God,
Yeah.
helping us make decisions, knowing when to put a higher priority in a particular area.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can't even really get to focus on me if I don't focus on God, because I can have such a messed up perspective
Right.
of who I am.
Yeah.
If God is the one who created me. So if I have that relationship with God, God will help give me a perspective on me.
Uh-huh.
If I went and I changed the priorities and I put me first and then God, then I am missing a whole big part of the picture.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something just, well, what a waste of time, So yeah.
Oh boy, those are major details. You're talking about time, money,
Yes.
relationships.
Yeah.
You end up investing in the wrong people. You align yourself with the wrong crowd. You so
Yes.
many detours.
Many.
And I thank God that we are having this conversation today, because uh, as you said, God's into the details of your life. I want to put a plug here. I want to help our audience, and even help one another, because I believe that we have. It's like if human beings have given God a job description, and here's the job description: you in heaven, you taking care of heaven. So what are you doing? He's sweeping out upstairs. You know what is God do? He taking care of heaven. All right, we give him another part of the job. You sending people to hell. That's how. So it's heaven and hell. That is his work. And for those of you overseas, just or outside of Trinidad and Tobago, just I hope you can understand the so that we speak here and the jargon. But it's like
his job description.
That is his job description. Heaven and hell. And apart from heaven and hell, rescue me when I'm in trouble. So he's the we have a wrecking service that, or a roadside assist. Let's put it. That's the proper terminology. We have roadside assist through my insurance company. So if the car stall, you reach for the number and you call roadside assist. Hi, yeah, this is Mr. Abraham here. We don't know what happened to the car. Okay, we'll be there in 15 minutes. Oh, we'll be there. Look around. The person will be there in about 5 minutes, right? Yes. All right. And so it's like God's job description is rescue. You know, somebody want to cuff you down. Oh God. You know, the landlord threatening to put you out. Oh God. You know, and we feel that this is when God shows up. Now he does show up. That's the thing. He does show up. He do want to keep people out of hell. Yeah. He do want to usher people into heaven and help us be prepared for that. And he does rescue. But I think that it seems like the job description is so short. I think it comes up short. And it's because human beings have created this job description. And we don't realize that God's into the details of our life. And that God's he's not an absentee father. He's present. And we think that he's too busy. We think about him like the managing director or the president of a country. You know, he's too busy to come and sing a song for your child in the night. You know, God didn't come in and singing no song. You know, God not holding you in his arms and rocking you, you know, and comforting you, because he too busy for that. He have other people to do that for him. And that's the mind that we have, because we relate to God as a human being. And that's a big mistake, because God is not a human being. We are created in his image and likeness, but he's not a human being. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. He doesn't look like you and I. He looks better than us. And he is because he's not a human being, he is God Almighty, and he is for us, and he's with us. And I think in the job description, what we have to realize is that part of his job description is to be with us. It's something we are giving him. It's something he said. You know, he said this is what he will do for us. He will be with us. He will fight our battles for us. He will open doors for us. He will bless us. He will open the heavens over us. You know, it's like so much of and I think when we realize that we have a job description that God never gave us about him, we'll have different expectations. And I am expecting him to show up in the details of my life. I'm expecting him to want to me. I'm expecting that God cares about a lot of things. He cares about the physical aspect of my life. He cares about my teeth. He cares about my clothes. He cares about he cares about all these things. He said in his word that he looks after us better than the lilies of the field, better than the birds in the air. He takes care of us better than they do. And that's his word. I am very, very much, God knows my personality. He knows my birthday. He knows what I like. He knows it. And those details are amazing. And when it's happening, I don't think it's coincidence. I don't think so. When it's happening, I see his hand. And that's why, you were sharing this morning in the daily, our daily prayer that we pray the will of God. We're praying the will of God. And in our working from home, this is a huge lesson in our working from home. It's so huge. It's so huge that put God first, and a lot of things come into place, as a priority.
Yes. Like it's God's will for us to grow. And okay, we're in a situation now where we're at home, we're working from home. But it's still God's desire for us to grow. And everything that God planted or made, we see the growth. It grows. Sometimes naturally, they say naturally. So I believe it's God's desire for me to grow, even in being at home, stay at home, working from home, not having the regular schedule that I've been accustomed to for how many years. But still to grow. Still to grow. And God will kind of impress that upon us to want to be productive, want to grow. How can I grow in this time? How can I grow in my work, in my vocation, in my skill, in my training, in my understanding, in my knowledge, in my effectiveness? God wants us to grow. And again, if we put him first, he kind of impresses that upon my life, Look, I know you're going to be home for 24 hours. Like today, I'm not planning to go out at all today. Maybe not for the rest of the week, but I still have to grow. I feel it in me that, okay, I have to find a way to grow. What can I do to grow? I can't just sit and do nothing, It's all the work of God, I believe, into the details, and He helps me process that.
Awesome. So you were going to list 3, and it's putting yourself, putting God first, taking care of yourself, and what was the third one?
The one is my key relationships, like my family.
Your key relationships, And how would you describe that? Paying attention to, or how would you say that? In your
paying attention. Paying attention to opening my heart to developing, growing in my relationship. My family, very important.
Because and that's the thing. I believe that there are people here today who, this could be a big struggle area, because you have a stay-at-home order. The kids might be home, or your brother or your sister, and sometimes we have not cultivated those social skills, and it's how do we do that? One of the things I believe that I want to, as we're looking at our time here, I want to just close with this thought, because I could hear the question. In those difficult relationships, I think that people sometimes, to be right, they're willing to lose everything to be right, and sometimes you have to be willing to be wrong. It's like playing a game with your child, right? If you're playing cricket and you were a cricketer in school, you're not gonna bowl out the boy every ball. You know what I mean? as we used to say, you're gonna throw him a donkey drop. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna, because you want the boy to have a sense of well-being, you know, and you want him to get the ball in the bat where he can hit the ball. You want to throw the ball towards the bat.
Yes.
If your goal is just to win and your goal is just to always be right, well, you know, if I throw him that, he will never learn how to play cricket. No. So sometimes we have to back off, and it's laying down our rights. I think God did that for us. You know, right now, if God looked at the book and say the book concept, and what should I do with you? And the right, according to the law, it might mean cutting you off clean.
Yes.
But then there's something called grace. And I think we have to allow the grace of God to come into our homes. And some people don't want to let go of things because, you know, I said to myself, I'm not talking to that lady for the rest of my life. Well, what if God did you that? You know, and what if God tagged you like that? What would be your plight today? So sometimes we have to, I put it this way, put down your rocks, you know, put down your rocks. Yeah. Put down the gun, put it down, you know, put down and be a peacemaker. And you know, John Maxwell says you have to go along to get along. You know, it's about creating harmony in that space. What are you contributing to create harmony in this space? What are you willing to do for another person? You know, to create the harmony in that space. In the hospitality industry, workers go out to create a space that others can enjoy. And so, to be hospitable, what are you doing? Are you just sitting down on your high horse demanding your rights? You know, and if that's what you do, you know, there's a book that Leaders Eat Last. You know, it's like we have to show the way. You know, servant leadership is the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So we have to sometimes lay it down. You know, yes, you might want your favorite meal, and it might be that you want to eat something right now, but you have to lay it down and say sometimes, listen, I'm the leader, so I have to lead by example, and I have to take care of my team. Leaders find ways for their team to win. Your family is your team, and you're going to find ways today for your team to win, to create that harmony. I think that it's so important for you to know what you're bringing to the table. And you could say tonight when you lay on the pillow, you could say, wow, you know, I made a little adjustment and I was amazed at how the atmosphere in the house changed. There was a lot of tension, you know, a lot of tension. And I want you to know that my mom is, let me just share a closing story with you. My mom is a strong person. She's always been a strong person. I mean, that's who she is. And I've admired it. But sometimes in strength of personality, sometimes there are weaknesses. And I have had my mom blow me out at times. I mean, I'm talking about a blowout that you would never ever want to repeat, you know. And then I've had to turn around and care for her. Okay. Care for her in a major way. Make sure that I put out her meds. Make sure certain things are in place. And serve her well. I have had, I have had situations where I've had to turn back around. And in times when she wasn't well, I would have to brush her hair, you know, clip her fingernails, clip her toenails, cream her hands, massage her feet, massage her legs, give her certain treatments that she needs. You know, why? Now, I could say, you know, you treat me like a dog. I could do that. But you have to put down your rocks, you know, because it's just going to defeat the relationship. And I know that I have brought a lot of peace. You know, blessed are the peacemakers. What the sense is you being a peacemaker when there's nothing there's nothing going on. A peacemaker brings peace in the times of difficulty. Jesus never said peace to the peaceful parts of anything. He said peace to the storm. He spoke, he said, peace be still. He was speaking peace into this storm. We have to be peacemakers in our homes, bringing that harmony, helping maintain. I know some people pay attention to cleaning their house. Well, cleaning is one thing, but what about the atmosphere of the house? What about the mood and the attitude and the energy of that house? What about the energy of that space? Paying attention to that is going to make a big difference in terms of working from home and these goals that you're laying out for us. I think it's great that we could have this conversation today. This is if I could get you just to one person and help you change your environment, it would be so great. And you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to let go. There's a nut in Africa, they call it the monkey nut. Monkey nut. But I think you can do it with coconuts as well. And what they do is they put some peanuts, they cut the coconut and they put some peanuts, or that round nut, and they put some peanuts in it. And the monkey, when they want to catch them, because they use their hands to scamper and get away, right? And they move very fast. So they will put their hands to get the nuts. And when a human being is coming, the one who is wanting to catch them, they don't want to let go of the nut, the peanuts. So their hand gets stuck because their fist, you can't come out with a full fist. You can't just let go. It is so they're holding on and the hand gets stuck. So they can't use it to grab a branch and climb and run and stuff, because you have this ball or a coconut that's heavier than you, or heavy, and you have to move with it. And so that's how they catch them. And I want to say, don't be a monkey. Don't be playing that fool with your family, to our audience. And I say that kindly, and I say that to myself. I would say that to myself. That's the advice I would want somebody to give me, to my younger self. I would say, hey, watch that, and let's look at how we respond, and let go of the hurt, let go of the story, the argument, the pressure, the buff. You get a buff, okay? Well, take your buff. Take your buff. Boxers are supposed to have a strong chin. You get a cuff on your face, you're a boxer. You don't fall down and say, I done boxing. You get a buff. That's not the end of the relationship. That's not the end. That's not like, that doesn't make your stay at home the worst thing in your life. What makes it the worst is when you refuse to let go of it, and you refuse to realize you're a human being. And in life, you are going to get buff. In life, you are going to be misunderstood. It's part. Jesus was misunderstood. The disciples were misunderstood. You will be misunderstood. You misunderstand people as well. The same medicine you don't like, sometimes you dish out in a different format. And so just allow this time to be a time of great. Just foster the best environment you could for your family and yourself, and you're gonna have a great work at home experience. Yeah. Fitz?
Yeah.
Wow.
Incredible. that right there changes the whole atmosphere of the home, So thanks for sharing that. I know that's real stuff.
Yeah.
And we home together, so we have to find a way to thrive in this environment. Yes. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, you're welcome. So we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Our audience, we want to look forward to seeing you. And remember, you could go back and look at these broadcasts. We're now on YouTube, and you could check us out on YouTube. And I was told that the video quality is really really great, and YouTube allows you more control in terms of you could put it on fast speed, you could forward it and find your place a little easier than some of the other platforms. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. Check out our YouTube channel, Freedom Church TV. We're now streaming live. This broadcast is carried there right now. And Fitz, we have some things to share coming up, and I know that we've been talking about many things today, and you know we have some exciting things coming up, and I just wanted to maybe share about this one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really,
Oh yeah. This one is around the corner. So this is tomorrow night, guys. It's our second Wednesday, and it's for our youth. It's our youth night called In Motion. So it's going to be the first one that we're launching. We want to get as many youth as possible on this link. They're just like us. They're at home, and reach out to them, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, brothers, sisters, whoever. Then it's open to all, and we want to have the youth coming to this called In Motion. It's going to be motivational for them. It's going to be encouraging for them. Youth love to be together, and so this is going to be a great platform for them. And make sure and share it. Second Wednesday, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m.
awesome. And what we have to do later, we have to release to you what platform we're using,
Right.
because we do have a platform, and it's not. I don't think it's going to be an open for all time, because we want them to have their own time together. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So awesome. And so we look forward to seeing you at the daily briefing every day. We still have a few more, and I wish we could continue this conversation, but tomorrow I may have a special guest as well coming on. I want to continue keeping you informed, keeping you up to date, and we thank you so much for joining us and having this time with us today. So Fitz, do you have any closing comments for us as we get ready to wrap up here? Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Of course.
We're all in this together.
Yes.
So let's try. I wanna let's encourage everyone who's watching that let's thrive. Let's set our intentions to grow, to thrive. That this could be a time where we grow and we not go down, we go up. All right.
Yes.
So let's keep encouraging one another.
Yes. So as we go off right now, I just want to say I'm Joseph Abraham. It's been great spending time with you. It's been really, really awesome for us to have this time together. And I want you to know that we're praying for you. We're believing for God's best for you. We love you. I love you. And I'm looking forward to all of this wrapping up. I'm looking forward to us getting over this season, and I know that at the other side of this season, there's going to be great stories of how God came through for you and how you thrive in the midst of adversity. So thank you for joining me on today's broadcast, and I look forward to seeing you. Remember, like and share. Share this with a friend, invite them. You could send the link, you could cut and paste and send it via WhatsApp. You can leave your comments down below. And also go ahead and start to follow our YouTube channel and invite your friends as well. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All the best.